Today we're diving into a fascinating topic that can make a real difference for those with food allergies: how food processing techniques can reduce allergenicity. We'll explore some methods like fermentation, heating, and enzymatic treatment, and I'll show you how to apply these to traditional recipes to make them safer. First, let's talk about fermentation. Fermentation is one of the oldest methods of food processing and can significantly reduce allergenic proteins. Take soybeans, for example, a common allergen. But when we ferment them, like in the process of making soy sauce or miso, the proteins are broken down by bacteria. This makes the food easier to digest and less likely to trigger allergic reactions. Studies show that fermented soy products often have lower levels of allergenic proteins than raw or minimally processed soy. So, if you're allergic to soy, you might be able to tolerate some fermented versions. Next, we have heating, another effective technique. Heat can denature proteins, meaning it alters their structure so they don't trigger the same immune responses. This works particularly well with foods like milk and eggs. For instance, in some cases, people with egg allergies can tolerate baked goods because the proteins are denatured during baking. Now let's move on to something more specialized: enzymatic treatment. This process uses specific enzymes to break down allergenic proteins in foods. For example, in peanut processing, scientists have found that certain enzymes can reduce the allergenic potential of peanuts by altering their protein structure. Imagine using enzymatic treatment at home to reduce the allergenicity of peanuts or tree nuts before using them in recipes. While this technique is still mostly used in industrial food production, it's promising for the future of allergen-free cooking. That's it for today's video. I hope you learned something new about food processing techniques like fermentation, heating, and enzymatic treatment, and how that can help reduce allergenicity.